When you hear the number 10,000 steps, it's incredibly overwhelming. I'm immediately turned off. Don't sell me that 10,000 steps a day little thing because it's annoying. So a little context about 10,000 steps. It was actually like a marketable number, something that China was pushing when they came out with a pedometer. So I want to be very clear. We are using it for the same reasons. Like, it's a marketable thing. A lot of you know 10,000 steps a day. Like, you've heard that before. It's in my title. However, I want to be very, very clear that in this video, 10,000 doesn't have to be your marker. Some of you might want to do less than that, and that's totally fine, because I guarantee you anything is better than what you're doing now because you clicked into this video. That tells me you want to move more. And I love that for you. That is like, high five, sister. I am so proud of you for taking the first step and realizing like, hey, I want to move my body more. Moving your body more has very little to do with anything except for the fact that you will feel so much better. It is so healthy for your body, and it will literally make you look and feel your best. I thought getting your steps in for the day was really just like, it was one of those things. I had a trainer at one point, and he's like, on top of our workouts, you need to be getting 10,000 steps a day. I never did it. And looking back, I really wish I did, because only like last year in like the fall did I start incorporating getting about 10,000 steps. I actually went crazy and was getting like 20,000 because I found a formula that worked for me. I'll put some before and after pictures here of what my body used to look like before I was getting 10,000 steps and where I'm at more recently. Obviously, I shed some fat. The difference between those pictures is about 10 pounds. Mentally, I am a different bitch, okay? And you all know that, because if you were watching my channel last year, it was a sad chat girl. Not so much anymore. And I really, really can't emphasize enough how important it is to move your body for so many reasons. Not just the aesthetics, girls, but your mental health, okay? Because when you can think better, when you can think positively, when you can think and be sharper and make better decisions, I promise you, you're gonna get hotter naturally. So you don't gotta worry about the aesthetics so much, okay? Just start moving more. Now, here's the thing. A lot of us live in the States. And if you live in the States, it's not so walkable. I live in Dallas, and one time I tried to walk from my place to my parents' place. I ended up on the interstate. I ended up on the highway, okay? That's not cute. I'm never gonna suggest you do something like that. But here's the thing. I sat down with myself last year and I was like, I'm fucking tired of being miserable and I need to move more. It's not something that I just kind of want to do. I'm going to tell myself I have to do this. And I am so glad that I made that conscious decision, because ever since then, it's become something that I love. But the thing is, I had to find a little formula to work with my lifestyle that was realistic. For one, living in a place like Dallas that's not walkable. And two, I'm a busy bitch, okay? We all are. We all have the same 24 hours as Beyonce. I don't want to hear about how much time you don't have. We have to make the time, okay? But you clicked into this video, so you obviously want to do that. I'm gonna give you a recipe that worked for me, and it's something that you can kind of curate for your life. So it's not Bible or anything, it's just a suggestion. It's gonna help you think more creatively in terms of getting 10,000 steps. And by the way, we're just saying 10,000 steps because that's the number most people know, but you don't have to hit 10,000. The goal here is to do more than what you've been doing. 10,000 is a great marker, especially if you have fitness goals and you're looking to lean out. You're definitely going to put yourself in a deficit if you get 10,000 steps. For those of you that aren't and just want to be healthier, 5,000 to 8,000 a day is really good. So whatever that number is for you, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go off 10,000 for this video, but let's get into it. First and foremost, thank you so much for tuning in today. 75K Club, you know the drill. Roll call in the comments. Let me know you're here. Thank you so much for clicking in. The loyalty has been so strong with you guys, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. If you don't know what 75K Club is, be in it. It's literally a group of my besties who are subscribed, who are making sure to help your girl out by clicking in every single Monday and engaging with this video by commenting, liking, sharing, all the things. So thank you so much. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, girl. What are you doing? We have fun here. I don't like to gatekeep, but I like to make sure every person that clicks into my videos turns into their absolute best self. So if that's what you're looking for, stick around. Now, let's get into getting our 10,000 steps. So I've kind of created this little recipe for getting my steps every single day. Now, it is situational, but I'm going to give you like the baseline formula, and then I'm going to tell you how you can kind of switch it around based on how your day looks, right? So there are going to be 3 parts to getting 10,000 steps. Because here's the thing. For most people, you can walk about 10,000 steps in 90 minutes. That's about an hour and a half, okay? Now, a lot of people could just get on the treadmill and knock that out. Put on a show, watch a couple episodes of something, put on a movie, put on a podcast. You could easily knock that out on a treadmill. Do a lot of people stick with that? It can get a little bit boring. It can get a little bit stagnant. I've been doing this now for almost a year, and there are days when I get bored, but I still figure out how to get the steps by switching things up, by making it interesting, by being creative with how I want to get the steps. A step is a step, baby. So I don't care where or when you do it, you get to choose that. But what I like to do is break my 10,000 steps up into 3 groups and 30-minute increments. That's how I started. I don't necessarily follow this now, but this is how I started, because when I hear 30 minutes, I'm like, that's nothing. I can blink in 30 minutes. When I was little, 30 minutes used to be like my marker for something not being long. It was so funny. I remember being like, Mom, how long is this going to take? Because I've been impatient since I was born. And she'd be like, 30 minutes. And I would be like, okay, so that's 1 Lizzie McGuire episode. So 30 minutes has always been like a nice friendly currency for me. Thank you, Lizzie McGuire. So your first block, your first 30 minutes, we're going to call this the productivity block, okay? In the productivity block, what I want you to do is figure out what you want to habit stack. What is habit stacking? Habit stacking is exactly what it sounds like. It's when you take a few habits and you stack them on top of each other, so you are multitasking. Except for I don't like multitasking, because multitasking, in my opinion, is not efficient. It's when you're doing a lot of things at once and you're not really getting anything done. Habit stacking is when you can put your attention on something while still doing something that doesn't require too much brain power. So for example, the way that I do my productivity block is I use a walking pad. I will link my walking pad in the description. I'll give you a couple of options because there are different price levels, and I will say the nicer ones are a little more quiet, but you do have to like do a little upkeep, like oil them every now and then. Like they come with it and you can buy it on Amazon. It's super easy. But the reason I love the walking pad is because I got a little standing desk. It's an electric one, and so it raises. I put my walking pad under it. I put my laptop on here, and I am fucking going to town, pumping out emails, doing everything I don't want to do in this hour. And mind you, this is like one of the first things that I do in my day. And for me personally, it is like the best way to start my day. I mean, I'm telling you guys 30 minutes, but if you're really working on like doing some admin stuff, it might be like an hour where you really get in the zone, and then you're like, oh, I've been walking for an hour. So 30 minutes is like nothing when it comes to doing a little work and walk. That's what I like to call it here. AJ, I'm doing my work and walk. Like that's what I'm doing the first few hours of my day. I do. And people get a little bit like nervous when I say I walk on a walking pad, and they're like, how do you walk and type? I promise you, it is not as difficult as you think. And maybe I might be biased because I'm an ADHD girly. And what I found is that it really helps with ADHD. I don't know what it is, but moving your legs while working, like something makes my wheels just kind of click and turn. So if you are a neurodivergent girly or boy, I can't suggest more giving that a try, because I think there's something to it. Not sure, but you can go as slow as you want to go, guys. I like to be in the 2.6 to 3 range myself. Not too slow to fall back asleep, but not too fast to fall off. And yeah, that could happen. So you will get used to it, but just go slow. I think it's a great investment. I don't really oftentimes preach things that you guys should buy. So when I do, know that it really is something that I love and use every single day. I think, for something that's under like $300, $200, depending on which one you get, if you use it every day, it's an incredible investment. That's just my opinion. So whatever work you can get done in that block, that is your time. The productivity block. And mind you, I like to do mine at the top of the day, but yours might be in the middle of the day. You choose when you want to do these things, okay? But 30 minutes will fly by, and that's just minimum. So you are already a third of the way to your 10,000 steps. Now, the other piece of my little 10,000 step equation is a 30-minute errand. This is where I like to go somewhere and run some kind of errand. Do I need to go to the post office? Can I walk there? Do I want to go get coffee this morning? Could I walk there? Maybe I am going to walk around Target. I'm just going to like go drive to Target and walk around, and I'm probably going to buy something. But you get to pick a little errand. The reason this became so important for me last year was because I was dealing with a lot of mental health issues and I wasn't leaving the house. I didn't want to just get my steps inside. And I will say too, like another reason I was getting my steps mostly on the walking pad was because Dallas gets like dangerously hot and it's not safe, nor is it pleasurable to walk in the heat. But if you can go outside, like whatever, do that. Do whatever makes you happy. Just figure out how to make it interesting and fun. Like you do not have to suffer. You can have fun and you can embed something that's really great for you into things that you're already doing. That's the whole point of this. So what was really cool is that I just kind of pushed myself to go somewhere every single day. Whether I walked there when it wasn't too hot, or maybe I drove to the mall and I would walk around the mall for a while. And you don't have to spend money, guys. Just get out of the house. And this is something you can do over your lunch break or whatever. You can figure out how to squeeze it in, or you don't have to do it at all. It was just a way to keep things interesting for me because I work from home. I needed to see some sunlight and see some people. Everyone's different though. So maybe an errand isn't really for you, but it's a great way to just get some steps in and not even realize you got 3,000 steps like that. The last chunk of your 10,000 step formula is the nightcap. I love going on a nice little sunset walk. And the reason I say sunset walk is because I'm never going to suggest that you go walk at night, especially by yourself. Please go walk with somebody. I think what's really cool is you can use your sunset walk to connect with somebody or connect with yourself. This is where you can kind of set the tone for the night and go ahead and turn things off. So if you can get outside at nighttime before or after dinner, I highly recommend it. If I'm walking at nighttime, I prefer to go after dinner because walking is so good for digestion, and it's just like a really easy way to kind of put your body in a good place after a nice meal. It's nice because you can do this with a partner, right? You can do this with your man, you can do this with a friend, you can do this with your roommate. Get everybody involved, make this a habit, and it can be more of a bonding experience. 15 minutes one way and then walk back, you've got your 30 minutes easy. Maybe you have a dog. Could you go walk your dog? Maybe you don't have any of that. Maybe you want this to be some alone time for you and you just want to walk, listen to music, or you just want to walk. Sometimes I like to take my walking time, like this sunset walk is a great time to return some phone calls, text people back. It's just nice to kind of connect with people. At least that's how I like to do it. It's just connect with some people, reply back. It's the end of the day. If that's what I'm doing, I'm closing my books out and then I'm turning my phone on do not disturb. So the sunset walk is great. Now, if you do a sunset walk, an errand, and you do your productivity walk in the morning, my girl, you're going to have well over 10,000 steps, I promise you. And the thing that's fun about it is you didn't have to sit there on a treadmill and just You didn't have to do that. If you want to do that, that's fine. And here's where I will say, make sure you make the formula work for you, okay? Some people want to just knock it out in the morning. And last year at this time, that's kind of where I was. I would do 2 hours on the walking pad every morning because I just had a lot of work to do. And that's just what I preferred. And it was really nice because I would literally get on the walking pad at 6 a.m. I would start doing admin work, emails, whatever, reply to comments, edit some videos. And by the time I looked up, it had been 2 hours and I was literally done with my day at 8 a.m. When I tell you, all I did last year was be by the pool. It's because I would do all of my work from like 5 or 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. I would do like the hardest things, and then I would leave like the easy stuff for through the day, but I could do it by the pool. So it was so fun. I just like made life a little more fun. And that's what I want to encourage you to do, is have fun with getting your steps. Don't make it miserable. Invite your friends to join you. Invite someone you love to join you. Maybe this is your season to get a dog if it's going to get you out the house more and you're going to be a good dog parent. If not, don't do it. But maybe this is your season to be more active and find fun ways to do that. I was talking about in another video how when we have fitness goals, going out doesn't always have to be the activity. It doesn't. I want to be in the era where like me and my friends just like go on walks. You don't always have to spend money to socialize. You don't always have to go out and have alcohol to socialize. What if you guys went to like pickleball? What if you just do other things? There are so many things you could do with your friends. You don't have to always get drunk. But maybe that's just like my opinion, and maybe that's why I have like 2 friends. Maybe everyone wants to be drunk. I don't know. But I really like just being, and I like doing activities where tomorrow I'm going to wake up feeling amazing. And I just am so turned off by drinking these days, unless it's just like with my mans at home, like a glass of wine with dinner type of vibe. I'm not trying to like get twisted. No, thank you. No, thank you. So anyways, that is my little formula for getting 10,000 steps. Now there are a few other things that I do to just up the step count. If I'm like, I could get a few more steps, you know. If you look around, everything is just really convenient, but push yourself to just move more. So when you go somewhere, could you park your car further? Easy way to add to the step count, I'm telling you. When you go somewhere, if there's an elevator, could you take the stairs? Would it be so bad if you took the stairs? Yeah, you might be a little out of breath for a second, but I mean, come on. It's a little quick cardio burst. I love it. I really love it. And when I went to Europe, I just felt lazy. We were at the airport and there's like an escalator and stairs next to it. It was like we got off the plane and it was like immediately the Americans like split from the Europeans, and the Europeans were like running up the stairs and the Americans were just like on the escalator. And me and AJ were like dying laughing because we were like, bruh, we really be like that. So we purposely would like choose to do the thing that was a little bit more movement. You know, if you choose that thing more, it's not hard anymore. So now you're getting steps and you're not thinking about it. You're just parking further and you are getting your steps in. But movement is so good for you, and walking is amazing for you, you guys. Let's just look up some benefits of walking really quickly because they're endless. I already told you guys, digestion will improve with walking, okay? It's kind of funny because it's like clockwork. With the walking pad, there's a certain point where I'm like, oop, gotta go. Yes, the walking pad has helped me so much. And you guys already know, everybody knows my business as it relates to the fact that I can't poop without really trying. But walking has made it so much easier. And also your lymphatic system. What is the lymphatic system? Okay, your lymphatic system is like the sink of the body. Your lymphatic system has the lymph nodes. Think of the lymph nodes like the drain in the sink. With everything in our lifestyle and just even in the environment, the food that we eat, the chemicals we consume, all the things, it's really easy for those lymph nodes to get clogged up. Your body uses the lymphatic system as a filtering system to keep you cleaned out. Your lymphatic system helps you when you're sick. It helps to flush out all the nasties. What's important is keeping those lymph nodes open so that nasty stuff can get out. You have lymph nodes under your armpit. You have them like right under your belly, like around your groin area. You have some like right here. So I get lymphatic massages all the time. I talk about this on Instagram. If you want to go look at my health highlight, you can see, like, I'll put a before and after of my stomach before and after a lymphatic massage. The reason I get these kind of results though is because I've trained my lymphatic system, and walking is a huge part of it. It is. On top of that, I get the lymphatic massages so regularly now. It's like retraining my lymphatic system to to do what it needs to do. So walking is just an easy way for you to help your lymphatic system. And in turn, you look less inflamed, you look less puffy. My before and after looks like I lost weight in these pictures. No, that was like an hour difference. I didn't lose any weight. I lost water retention and toxins in the span of that massage. So that's a really cool benefit. Another thing that really helps, if you do have fat that you want to lose, walking has been shown a steady, slow pace is like the best for losing fat. And I am living proof of learning this myself, because I was doing like the HIIT workouts, the hard workouts, really driving myself insane. And I just stopped doing all of that and I started walking. I was getting like upwards of 15,000 steps a day. I was not working out. My body started to change more than it ever had. And I have been working out religiously for years. You can't throw walking on the back burner. I've told you guys less can be more. And so when it comes to walking, girl, watch your body change. Even the cellulite on the back of my thighs smoothed out with walking. Just walking. No creams. No, nothing. Just walking. Don't underestimate it. I mean, literally, there's nothing bad about it. I'm looking at the benefits right now. It helps with like reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke, cancer. It's great for joint and muscular pain, stiffness. I will say, if you have like aches and pains in your body, a lot of the time it's because you don't move enough. If you move more, you allow those joints and muscles to get the movement they need so that they're not stiff. And I always try to explain that to my parents, because they always complain about their body hurting, and I'm like, you got to get up and move. Like, you got to move your body. You got to use the muscles. They want to work for you, and they're literally crying to work. In America, we just live really sedentary lives. We have to make the extra effort. Go travel abroad. You won't have to make an effort. You'll just have to live amongst the locals, and you will naturally like get where you need to be. But here we just have to be more strategic about it, unfortunately. I hope one day we have more sidewalks and just like walkable cities, so that walking can be more of like a part of everybody's lifestyle. That's the one thing I don't like about being in Dallas, is how like not walkable it is. But I'm out here making it work, baby. So no excuses. Okay. If you have any tips on how to get more steps in your routine to where it's fun, you don't feel like you're doing extra work, leave it in the comments for me. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. I hope it was super helpful for you. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. We always talk about really fun, helpful things to make you your best self. I appreciate you guys tuning into the Because I Love You podcast. My name is Bria Jones. I'll see you guys next Monday.